You guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in with me for another episode of the Kylie Vale Show. Do you remember the hot car deaths? Well, back in the early 2000s, even late 90s, there were several women leaving their children in the cars while they were shopping, getting their nails done, and all kinds of other stuff, right? But it seems to be making a comeback. Let's find out what happened to this California mother. Let's roll the clip. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video. Let's go.
We begin tonight with major developments in the tragic death of the one-year-old Bakersfield boy left in a hot car. The mother, 20-year-old Maya Hernandez, a certified nursing assistant, has been charged with murder. 17's Jenny Hutt tracked the case in court all of today and joins us now with the update. Jenny?
Hernandez now faces 4 counts: murder, involuntary manslaughter.
Oh, that's a cute ling-ling. All right.
And 2 counts of child cruelty. I want to note we were allowed to film video but not audio in the courtroom.
I don't think that Miss Hernandez is a murderer. I think she was negligent. I think she made a difficult parenting choice.
It's something that would pique the interest of your typical 20-year-old.
20 years old. I mean, yeah, that's young to have a child, but at least she's not 50 years old with a 1-year-old, because a lot of people are trying to do that now, and I don't understand that. But let's continue.
Beauty, makeup, perhaps even enhancement procedures. 20-year-old Maya Hernandez came into town from Visalia for just that. She got lip fillers. But Hernandez had 2 kids waiting for her in the car for 2.5 hours. And
2 kids at the age of 20. But she's a CNA. I respect that because I work in healthcare. I mean, they're cool people. And some go above and beyond with their own body. Like this woman had lip fillers and everything else, procedures, tattoos, whatever. But we're not judging by that. And I also give it to her for not driving around that damn Nissan Altima. Because that's the ultimate baby mother car. The Nissan Altima and the BMW X3. I'm a car enthusiast. I know what I'm talking about. And I live in California myself. I live north of the Central Valley. I live in the East Bay. Not too ghetto, not too bougie, depending on what part of the East Bay you're at.
one of them never made it home.
Well, irresponsibility isn't always a crime, and poor choices aren't always a crime.
5 witnesses, 2 Bakers.
Loyalty. Look at that tramp step on the side of her neck. Loyalty. You wasn't loyal to them damn kids, though. You left them in that hot-ass car for a long time. And those of you that have been to California, a lot of people that come to California, the places they skip are like the Central Valley. Other than Sacramento, which is the most important part of the Central Valley because of the gold rush and all that back in the day. A lot of people don't touch down in areas like south of Sacramento, like Stockton, Modesto, Bakersfield. What else am I missing? Fresno. Just that whole area straight down. A lot of people don't pay it no mind. But there's a large population out there. A lot of agriculture out there where we grow all our fruits, vegetables, and everything. But anyway.
Bakersfield police officers dispatched to the scene, as well as 3 detectives working in the homicide and special victims units, spoke at the hearing Tuesday. Detectives say through surveillance footage, they saw Hernandez arrive at 1:10, June 29th. She briefly went into the spa, returned to her car and waited with the kids before going back in around 2:09. Hernandez didn't come back out until 4:33 to grab her phone for payment when she discovered her kids. Officers arrived on scene around 4:45. Hall ambulance personnel were already performing life-saving measures. Emilio and Mateo arrived at the hospital at 5:04. Emilio was declared dead at 5:48.
Idiot. You're an idiot. You remember Judge Judy? You're an idiot. Then again, it's funny how people say that you have to have kids, this, that, etc. But then when the kids become of age, they're showing me memes saying, fuck them kids. And a lot of times, there's a lot of people that don't want to be parents, especially in this generation. 20 years old with 2 kids. Where the hell is the father at? That's my question.
Detectives say they conducted 2 interviews with Hernandez in which they discovered she knew the weather was hot, admitted she considered the inside of the car could get hotter, and that she acknowledged leaving her sons inside was irresponsible. They also say when she was asked if she knew what could happen in a hot car, she said she knew what had happened to Emilio could have happened. At one point,
You gotta be a special kind of stupid to...
Detectives say Hernandez answered, quote, "It's not like I left them in there to just effing die." Hernandez says she set the air conditioner to 60 degrees, set the fan to level 4 out of 7, and left her car unlocked with the keys under the driver's seat. But
if the car is not moving, the air is not gonna really work like that.
her car model, a 2022 Toyota Corolla Hybrid, automatically shuts off after an hour of inactivity.
Not a lot of people are aware that when cars are left with the engine running, that at some point they automatically turn off. I think not a lot of people know that.
Detectives say Emilio had an internal temperature of at least 107.2 degrees upon arriving at the hospital.
So, it was hotter in the car than it was outside the actual temperature. Okay, so check this out. This is the Central Valley right here. She's from Visalia. I can't say it right. Visalia. Why is it so small, the font? Anyway, as you can see, this is the Central Valley in California, from basically from Redding all the way down to about Bakersfield before you get into the Grapevine, and then you're in Santa Clarita and eventually LA. So this inland area of California is all hot. If you don't live by the coast in California, you're toast, you're burning up. And it's common to be 100 degrees several days between late spring and late summer. Constantly between 85 to about 100 degrees. That's normal for this area. But back to the story.
Mateo's was 99 degrees. Autopsy reports show Emilio's brain was swollen, an indication other vital organs had been shutting down. Though Hernandez had permission to bring her kids into the waiting room and other kids of patrons were there, she did not. Detectives say when they
Always Beautiful Medical Spa. So she was offered the opportunity to bring the kids into the nice, cool spa.
created the scenario in Hernandez's vehicle at the same parking lot in nearly identical weather conditions. They discovered the inside of the car reached 116 degrees, so hot their body-worn cameras placed inside the vehicle stopped working.
Based on what she said, this sounded like it was on purpose. She was aware of what could happen. And far as the car shutting off after an hour, it was a hybrid vehicle. I'm a car enthusiast, so I know about cars. So the keys, the old-fashioned key ignitions where you had to have the key in, I believe those stayed on until the car ran out of gas or the battery died. But with the push-button ignitions, they turn off after no activity of the car. And mind you, I mean, she also could have left the windows down halfway with just the fan on itself. But still, it still would have been too hot though. So the best solution was just not to be in the car to begin with. So this seems like she wanted her life back, her free life back. But I mean, she sounds like a hard worker if she's a CNA with 2 kids at the age of 20. That's kind of cool, I ain't gonna lie. But what's not cool is when you leaving pretty much babies in a hot ass car.
Hernandez is due back in court later this month. She's still held on $1 million bail. Jenny.
Damn, $1 million bail. What do you think, audience? Should she get off? Because if she gets off, the only thing she's probably thinking about is getting more lip fillers and other BBLs and other bullshit done to them. More tattoos, everything. So basically the whole situation is trash in my opinion. I'm not saying she's trash, but her situation is trash. She could turn it around, but she can't bring that little boy back. That's unfortunate, but life goes on, right? Catch you in the next video.